नमामि गंगे तव पादपङ्कजं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितदिव्यरूपम् द्वादशैतानि नामानि स्नानकाले सदा स्मरेत्।
I am the one that is eternal. I have been here forever and will do so in future too. I am one of the sole necessities for man's survival on this planet. It is the most precious gift by nature to you that helps in your survival. Just like there is no life without oxygen, there is no existence without me. Though I am found everywhere, but can you consume it? The answer is no. You have to purify me before doing so. Now, I am confined in a bottle to fulfill your thirst. But do you know how I reached to you after traveling thousands of miles? How did I get into your bottle? Let me tell you my story. I am River Ganga, the longest river in India, covering 2,525 kilometers. I travel around 570 kilometers through West Bengal. Now, let us start our journey for the whole process cycle, which begins from raw water. A majority of water treatment plant for drinking water in West Bengal depends on me, the main resource of surface water. The All India Institute of Medical Science has set up a multi-speciality hospital at Kollani, Noida to serve humankind at an affordable quality service on more than 100 acres of area. To cater the demand of filter water required to run the hospital, PHED, Government of West Bengal came forward to set up a surface water-based water supply scheme exclusively for AIIMS. For Kollani AIIMS WTB project, the intake house is situated far away from main plant at Chor Kachrapara, near Kollani Ishwar Gupta Setu. Here, the pumps for lifting of the water from river is set up on this floating jetty, specially built for this purpose. There are 2 vacuum pumps and 4 raw water lifting pumps, each having a capacity to deliver 480 meter cube per hour or 480,000 liters per hour of water. The raw water lifting plants are being operated, controlled and monitored through SCADA arrangement by 24/7 basis from central SCADA room at WTP campus, situated 12 km far away remotely through wireless communication. There are 4 CCTV cameras installed at the 4 strategic points for surveillance. The operator sitting at the main console in annex building gives a command to start the vacuum pump remotely. The RTU at the intake pump house receives it via wireless modem and initializes the vacuum pump. When the required vacuum reaches, it automatically starts the main pump. SCADA controls the opening of actuator-operated motorized valve for delivery. Water is being lifted from the river. Water then enters into the common header, move across the jetty in 2 separate lines and finally meet together at ground level. It then travels through underground pipeline towards the main campus for a distance of 12 km. The water then enters into the processing plant after traveling through a distance of 12 km. This 23 mld capacity surface-based water treatment plant is spread over around 28,000 square meter at Horinghata block of Nodia district. It has 2 inlet wells for incoming raw water, 2 clarifoculator, filter house with 6 filter beds, chemical house for alum and chlorine dosing, clear water reservoir, clear water pump house, wastewater recirculation and sludge pump, sludge lagoon, overhead reservoir, power substation and other ancillaries required to run the plant. Multiple remote units at different sites transmit the data collected to a single master station which displays the information in a browser. Sensors and control relays are attached to remote terminal units (RTU). These remote units are raw water pump house, clarifoculator, annex building, chemical house, filter bed house, clear water pump house. Raw water enters into the processing plant through an underground pipe and then gets divided to enter simultaneously to both steeling chambers. Fills up the inlet well while flowing into the channel. First, pre-chlorination is done inside the inlet wells and then it flows through partial flow, followed by alum dosing on raw water. The ultrasonic flow meter fitted on the partial flow gives us the volume of water that enters into the 2 clarifoculator. Online pH meter and turbidity sensor measures the initial quality of raw water through the arrangement of flow cell. The acquired data helps the operator to decide the right amount of dosing of alum and chlorine, which not only cut down the wastage of chemicals but also ensures the success of next step, flocculation. The alum mixture preparation and chlorine gas mixing with water are being executed at chemical house. The quality of raw water changes with season. Accordingly, the alum solution is made in different strength in different alum tanks. The level of water in the tanks are being monitored by level transmitters and subsequent refilling of tanks is being executed by the SCADA system. Selection of alum tank is pre-decided and accordingly the motorized ball valve fitted on the delivery line of the respective tank is being opened automatically. The alum agitator starts first for the continuous stirring, followed by booster pumps of both pre-chlorine and post-chlorine starts. The pre-chlorination and post-chlorination dosing system are set up at the chlorinator room inside the chemical house, where booster pumps, pre- and post-chlorination dosing system with adequate precaution like gas sensors are present. There are pressure transmitters fitted on the water line on both pre- and post-chlorination of booster pumps. Signals from these two are used for safety and interlocking. There are 5 chlorine gas cylinders in the toner room, 1 pair each for pre- and post-chlorination and 1 kept as a stock. The toners are connected to gas line through auto shut-off valve, which are interlocked with pressure transmitter and low pressure switch. The valve will only open when the pressure in the water line is above 8 bar and toner pressure is above 1 bar. There are gas leak detection sensors fitted inside the toner and chlorinator room. Any leakage will raise alarm and the system will initiate automatic shutdown of the valves. The in charge of the chlorine room has the skill to rectify the situation and after a while the process continues. A shower arrangement is also there to neutralize the adverse effect of chlorine gas. As soon as the water reaches to partial flow, flash mixture starts. 4 flocculators attached to each breech starts, followed by breech rotation. Proximity sensors fitted at vantage points on the wheels of the breech will check the continuity of rotational motion. The amount of dosing of both chlorine and alum depends upon the amount of incoming water and turbidity. The operator has the option to fine-tune it after getting feedback from the various equipments fitted on the inlet well through RTU at chemical house and annex building to the main SCADA. As there are 2 partial flumes, the final flow of both alum solution and chlorine water will be monitored through electromagnetic flow meter and equally divided by controlling the motorized actuator valve before dosing point to ensure the process continuity. The essential mixing of alum and chlorine with raw water take place at flash mixture, where an agitator continuously rotates. From the bottom of flash mixture through standing well, water goes to clarifocculator. Enters from the bottom of the system. Here again the operator controls and monitors the breech movement remotely from the main SCADA control room via wireless communication. Clarifocculator is a single tank that combines flocculation and clarification. It consists of 2 concentric tanks, the inner of which functions as a flocculation basin and the outer of which works as a clarifier. The cleared liquid is discharged into the peripheral launder channel, which is also a circular channel that runs around the edge of a clarifier. Water flows into it over the edge. The deposited sludge is raked to the bottom near the central weir, where it is channeled to and discharged from the sludge chamber. The clarified water then enters from both clarifocculator to the filter house. Simultaneously through a common channel from both sides of the filter house. The online ORP meter and turbidity sensor installed on both sides of the common channel measure the quality of post-clarified water, which are valuable information for optimization of chemical consumption and indication of successful flocculation. There are 6 sand beds in the filter house, 3 each on either side of the filter house. The operator selects the filter bed according to the runtime schedule, which is pre-decided for the day. Selection of number of operating beds depends on demand of distribution network, quantity of flow of incoming water, and the time needed to fill the clear water reservoir. When single raw pump is in operation, the operator may select 2 number of beds. The operator first opens the input sluice gate valve of the selected filter beds. Water rushes in and fills the bed. As soon as the level switch fitted on that particular bed gives high signal, the operator opens the output control valve of the particular operating bed. The operator monitors the rate of flow and the LOH value of the operating beds continuously. According to the demand of filtered water production, if needed, the operator, by a click of mouse, starts the second raw water lifting pump. After the start of second pump, the volume of water in the partial flume increases. Accordingly, the dosing of alum and chlorine are also being increased by the operator after watching the data from flow meters. As the volume of incoming raw water increases, the operator now opens more beds to meet the demand. The remaining impurities in water are blocked by multi-grade sand filter beds while passing through it by gravity action, and clear water from the bottom of the bed goes to individual control chamber attached with each filter beds. The rate of output from each chamber is being controlled with the help of rate setter arrangement. The clear water from each control chamber then enters into a common closed channel to carry the clear water towards the final storage CWR. While passing through the closed channel, again the turbidity and pH of final output water is being checked online, and also the amount of total collected water from various beds are being monitored and recorded by SCADA. The post-chlorination is done here before water enters into CWR. The amount of post-chlorination is being decided on the process volume of final water. The filter beds, while working to remove the impurities from water, also gets choked in due course of action, which is being measured from sensors associated with sand bed like ROF and LOH. Data collected from these helps the operator to decide which bed should go for backwash and manage the whole process very smoothly through the various interlocking process of the SCADA system. The backwash process starts with closing of input gate valve, followed by closing of output valve. If water level is high, then by opening the west outlet valve, it is being reduced to low. Then valve of air purging channel opens. After that, air blower starts. Air from blower passes through the bed and loosens it. The blowing of air continues for a while, then it stops. The operator now opens the actuator valve of backwash freshwater pipeline in a controlled way. Water comes from the overhead tank. The backwash cycle continues till the muddy water becomes clear, and finally the spill out water is being removed by siphon action. The final processed water enters into the clear water reservoir, which has a capacity of holding 1,20,000 liters of clear treated water. The level of clear water in the reservoir is monitored by level sensor, and accordingly the production schedule is being decided. The quality of final processed water is again monitored and recorded from the underground clear water reservoir with the help of flow cell arrangement installed at clear water pump house. Online sensors like residual chlorine TDS meter, turbidity sensor and pH are being installed for this purpose. A portion of clear water is taken to overhead reservoir for the purpose of backwash, alum dosing, chlorine dosing and other utility purposes by a click of a button from the SCADA control room. The decision for the whole process is being taken from the central console after watching the level of various tanks designated for the specific purpose from the feedback signals received by attached sensors like the hydrostatic level transmitter installed at OHR, level transmitter installed at CWR and level transmitter fitted on alarm tanks. Now the raw water is ready to be delivered to AIIMS hospital, the end user. At AIIMS, there are 3 ground level reservoirs to be filled with treated water. The 3 GLRs are situated at 3 different places apart at a distance of 500 meters among them. The level of water in the reservoirs are continuously monitored by non-contact ultrasonic level transmitters, and the flow of water are being controlled in each tank through actuator control motorized delivery valve remotely from the SCADA control room over a distance of 15 km through wireless communication system. There are 3 dedicated RTUs for this purpose at 3 GLR stations. The total cumulative capacity of 3 reservoirs are 2074 meter cube or 20,74,000 liters. To check the quality of delivered water to EMS, here at the delivery point, again we measure the residual chlorine, pH, turbidity and pressure of incoming water to EMS through online sensors along with required arrangements of flow cell. In clear water pump house, there are 5 pumps installed with a delivered capacity of clear water of 305 meter cube per hour or 3,05,000 liters per hour by each pump. All the pumps are connected to a common header which carries the final treated water towards its destiny, the EMS hospital. The MCC panel installed here to control the pumps are interfaced with the dedicated RTU setup at here and being controlled and monitored by master control panel from SCADA. Now, the operator, after watching the levels of tanks at EMS hospital compound, decides to start the delivery pump at the clear water pump house by just clicking few buttons of mouse. The health of the running pumps is being monitored from the feedback of the sensors attached to the pumps. The rate of final output flow through common delivery line and pressure of the final outgoing water in delivery line are being monitored by electromagnetic flow meter and pressure transducer respectively and adjusted accordingly as per requirements. Now, what about the sludge and backwash wastewater? Let us go back to the previous process cycle. As the clarification process continues, the sludge settles down to the bottom of the clarifoculator. So, from time to time, the sludge from the bottom of the clarifoculator has to be cleaned. The motorized gate valve fitted at the bottom of the clarifoculator will be opened by the operator by a click of a button. The mixed sludge water comes out, goes to sludge collection sump. In this house, the sludge collection sump and backwash wastewater collection sump are placed side by side. Sludge pump, wastewater recirculation pump and sludge air blower are placed inside the house. The level of water in the sludge tank is being monitored by level switch and whenever necessary it is recirculated to the inlet wells by choice. Here, first air blower starts to purge the mud so that it doesn't settle down. The mixed sludge water then being pushed to sludge lagoon by starting the sludge pump again by a click of a button. There are 2 sludge lagoons inside the campus. The sludge settles down at the lagoon after a while and from there it goes to the supernetted sump. Then the top supernetted water is transferred to inlet well for recycling the pumps installed here. Wastewater collected from various places in the plant and formed during the backwash process is being recirculated to inlet well. After every backwash cycle, a substantial amount of wastewater comes out from the system, goes through common channel and collected at backwash recirculation sump. Leakage water collected at the sump pit on the floor of pipe gallery is being sent to wastewater collection sump through dewatering pumps. The level of water in the sump pit at pipe gallery is being controlled by level switch and subsequently dewatering pumps is being operated from SCADA control room. Recirculation of wastewater coincide with the flow of raw water into inlet well. Power breakdown may happen. However, equipped with an UPS with separate backup battery system, the RTU will continue running and immediately report a power failure alarm. Now, I hope you have understood how much effort and elaborate process goes behind the scene before I reach to you. So, never waste a drop of water. Water is an essential commodity that we need to safeguard and protect. Thank you for watching this presentation of my story of a bottle of clear water.